really good driver? Well, unless I'm backing up. And let's just say, well, I ran into a bicycle in the garage. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, that's easy to do. It's below the line of sight. No, it was hanging from the ceiling. My body shop has done so much work on my car. The owner, he just bought a new boat. A big one. Fire hydrants, utility poles, mailboxes. For me, that's a game of whack-a-mole. If it pops up, I want to hit it. You know, it's become such a problem that my daughter decided to have a little intervention. Mom, I know you don't think you have a problem, but you need to face the facts here. Mom, look at the statistics. You have hit more poles than a stripper. You know, at that moment, I really did have to admit that I had an issue. And don't we have those obstacles that we keep running up against over and over and over again? And those obstacles, they create so much havoc on our ability to be happy. I find that there's three things that often get in the way of joy. And these three things are common obstacles for all of us. One is our need to be perfect. Another is our fear of failure. And the last one, which can really be incredibly destructive in ways we don't realize, is our total lack of perspective about ourselves. The whole issue of being a perfectionist, that really almost always starts with owning, not blaming. It wasn't that the fire hydrant was yellow instead of red. The mailbox was not too close to the driveway. And that utility pole I hit, there were only two things in the parking lot that day, me and it. I had to admit the truth. Just don't share that with my husband. I'm not a perfect driver. On the issue of being afraid to fail, that is almost always driven by our overwhelming need to run, run, run. We live in a society that embraces success, money, fame, and that creates an incredible amount of pressure on us to feel like we're never meeting the bar. And so as a result, what do? We overschedule ourselves. We overschedule our children. We text. We don't have time to talk. All of that is because we are so afraid of failing. We want to keep up with everyone around us. We need to slow down. And I did too. And finally, this issue related to our lack of perception. Just because something's not there doesn't mean we can't see it. So we need to turn around and look and recognize all the success that we've had in our life and know that that is really predictive of our future. Now, clearly, I'm a person that carries a lot of insurance, and for good reason. And I've got one final little umbrella policy for you. And this comes from our friends in Brown at UPS, who apparently have a little problem with poles themselves. Did you know that UPS discourages their drivers from ever backing up? They train them to only move forward. I think that's pretty good advice, right? Don't go back, only go forward. The guys at my body shop, they're going to hate that advice.